Hi, my dear students of 11th class. I think you are in the situation of intermixing of your thoughts because of hybridization. So, hybridization is a very vast chapter. It is made as a separate chapter in the higher classes. Here in the 11th class, it's a small topic. So, after understanding sp, sp2, sp3 in simple molecules, then second part was we have taken a special examples from the organic chemistry, that is methane, ethane, ethene, and the ethine. So after all understanding what all types of hybridization is there in those molecules, today we are going to discuss on a special topic on hybridization, where in this hybridization d orbital entry is there. So hybridization taking place not only with the s and the p, sometimes the d orbitals also involves. So with the involvement of the d orbitals, there is a sudden change in the scenario or the picture of hybridization. So once again, I welcome you all for the today's session on hybridization, which involves d orbitals. And remember, d orbitals entry starts from the period number 3. So today we will take examples of molecules where they are from the third period of the modern periodic table, because 3D entry starts from the third period. So once again, I welcome you all for the today's session on hybridization involving the d orbitals. The elements present in the third period contain d orbitals in addition to s and the p. Okay, no problem. The energy of the 3d orbitals are comparable to the energy of the 3s and the 3p orbitals because they belong to the same quantum number 3, n equal to 3, n equal to 3, n equal to 3. Principal quantum number for all the three is the same. Therefore, it is taken as they belong to the same level. So almost same energy. That's why he says comparable energy. Okay, not that much difference. That's why the energies of the 3D, 3s and 3p are comparable, means almost same. That is the meaning. So because of this, D will participate in the hybridization. The energy of 3D orbitals are also comparable to those of 4s and 4p. For this, you have to refer the above principle. Okay. Now in the above principle, please recall the structure of atom. After the 3s, we have 3p. After 3p, we don't have the 3d. We have the 4s. According to what? According to the n plus l rule, Bohr-Bury rule. Okay. So after 3p, it is 4s. After the 4s, it is 3d. Okay. Therefore, you want to see that don't compare energy of 3D not only with the 3s and 3p. You can compare energy of 3D with 4s and 4p also. As a consequence, the hybridization involving either 3s, 3p, 3d or 3d, 4s and 4p. That means the place of 3d is very important. 3d can match with 3s and 3p, and 3d can also match with 4s and 4p. That means in this there are two types of hybridization where D is there. One is either SPD type or other one is a DSP type. In the SPD type, D is outside. In the case of DSP type, D is inside. This will learn in the higher class. Okay, now time being what? Time being, you please compare energy of 3D with 3s and 3p as well as 4s and 4p. That means 3D can mix with 3s, 3p also and 4s and 4p also. So there are two possibilities of hybridization where D entry is there. They are either SPD type or DSP type. However, since the difference in energies of 3p and 4s orbitals is significant, so no hybridization involving 3p, 3d and 4s. This is most important. 3p belongs to n equal to 3 quantum number. 4s belongs to quantum number 4. So kindly don't compare these two. They are significant. So little gap is there. That means the possibility of 3p, 3d, 4s undergoing hybridization is difficult. Okay. Therefore, it is not possible for the orbitals 3p, 3d, 4s undergoing hybridization. Either 3s, 3p, 3d or 3d, 4s, 4p. Okay, right. Now let us understand what are the important types of hybridization where d entry is there. Please here. DsP2, one type, sp3d, sp3d2, sp3d2, d2 sp3. Okay, so these are different types of hybridization where d is there, keeping this theory part in the mind. Okay, examples are given here. Okay, and what shape they take he has given. Okay, now we'll discuss not all. In the 11th class we have two examples to discuss. Okay, one is PCl5. We have to discuss why it is going for the sp3d. Okay, then we have to discuss SF6 where it has undergone sp3d2. So octahedral SF6 and triangular bipyramidal PCl5. These two we will discuss in detail. All these are for the 12th class remaining, except SF6 and PCl5 remaining are there for 12th class. So just to have an idea, this table is given, but in from knowledge point, from exam point, we pinpoint our discussion on the PCl5 and the SF6. Okay, now first we'll go for the PCl5. PCl5, P has undergone hybridization. Okay, now what is the atomic number of P? It is 15, which is there in the third period. So if you write as per the above principle, it is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p3, and 3d is there, but 3d is empty. Okay, so now I will take only the outermost or the valence electronic configuration. It is 3s2 and 3p 3p3. Okay, in the case of what? Phosphorus. But here what happened here? Here one of the 3s electron has gone to the empty 3d because all belongs to the same quantum number. No, 3s, 3p, 3d, n equal to 3 only. So this electron think, why can't I go to this area? Instead of pairing here, where already one electron is there, when empty space available in the 3D, I can take the empty space, when you enter the cinema theater. So when the chairs are khali behind, so it is psychology that we will take the entire, out of the entire row, one seat instead of sharing the previous line, like that. Okay, so this electron will think that instead of going and pairing with this man adjusting here, I can take empty seat. So what happens here? Now it is 3s1, here 2, and here 1, 8, this is 1. Okay, now what is the hybridization? It is sp3d. sp3d. Why sp3d? S P. Why sp3d? Because one S is there, 3p are there, and one D is there. So each chlorine will give its electron to the hybrid orbital of the P, then they are gone for the bonding here. Okay, so therefore 5 chlorine atom comes and makes a bond with the sp3d hybrid orbitals of the phosphorus. How many are participating here in the hybridization? Totally 5 are participating. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and the 5 are participating in the hybridization, and 5 sp3d are formed here, each with one electron. Okay, then chlorine comes and makes a bond with what? One chlorine with this one chlorine with this third chlorine, fourth chlorine, fifth chlorine. They make a bond with the sp3 d orbitals of the phosphorus. Then this is formed here. Okay, so this we write like this, but actually if you see, this is the correct structure. He has compared here that base is the triangle, like it looks like a triangle, one above, one below the plane, If we join the all vertices, it looks like a triangular base is there. One above pyramidal, one below pyramidal, below the plane. So there are two pyramids, bipyramidal. Base is what? Triangular. So triangular, bipyramidal. Triangular, bipyramidal. Triangular. This we write in the class. This and this we don't write. Okay. Now we'll SF6. Atomic number of sulfur is 16. Configuration according to Afo principle: 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4, and D is Khali. So I have taken the outermost 3s2, 3p4, 3d. 3d is Khali, no? But what happened here? One of the 3s electron will come and occupy here, and one of the paired 3p will come and take here. That means this becomes unpair, 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 unpair. Okay. So totally we have 6 unpaired electrons. So how many orbitals are participating in the bonding? It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One s orbital, 3p orbitals, and 2d orbitals. It is called sp3d2. So 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals are formed for the sulfur atom, and each fluorine gives 1 electron to all these 6 sp3d2 hybrid orbitals, and this is formed here. Plane, this is like a square plane, one above the plane, one below the plane. Okay, and if you join all the vertices from this here to here, you'll get this shape. This also looks like this only. This is called octahedral, 8 corners. So 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4th behind. So imagine 4 corners are 4 on the top, 4 on the bottom. Totally 8 corners are there. This is called octahedral, 4 cornered structure. This is, you just bring to the mental picture. This looks like this. Okay, so today we learnt PCl5. Okay, then SF6 where D entry is there. PCl5 triangular bipyramidal, sp3d, whereas SF6 is what? sp3d2 octahedral, or one more name is square, and two pyramids are there, square bipyramidal. You can call it as a square bipyramidal or octahedral, whereas in the case of PCl5 it is triangular bipyramidal. So with this we will conclude today's session on the hybridization where D entry is there. I think we will wind up almost valence bond theory. In our subsequent classes, we will go to the last theory of the, well, what is chemical bonding, that is molecular orbital theory. So till then, bye, and thank you very much for being with me today. You can see one more structure of this SF6. Very beautiful. Okay. So thank you, my dear boys. Thank you very much.